Hey, the laundry is piling up. If you don't do the laundry, who will?
Look, we're divorced, remember? So why do I have to come do housework for you?
What do you mean, why? Listen here, when we were married, you were able to live thanks to my income, right? Just because we broke up doesn't mean you shouldn't repay that debt. I supported you financially, so you should continue doing housework.
But we were both working, weren't we? I never felt like you were supporting me.
You were always at home, comic artist or whatever. You were in a position where you were being supported. That's why I'm telling you to repay the favor.
That makes no sense. I was working from home as a comic artist. You worked at the office. I worked at home. Nothing different about it.
Of course it's different. Working from home is definitely easier. I don't want to be compared to someone who just sits in a chair doodling all day.
Doodling? Do you have any idea how much effort goes into creating a comic? The research, the plotting, the artwork, the deadlines.
Oh, please. How hard can it be to draw some pictures? I was out there dealing with real clients, real pressure, real deadlines, while you were comfortable at home in your pajamas.
But I was earning money too, remember? If you think it's so easy, why don't you become a comic artist? You think it's easy work, right?
Who would do such a pathetic job?
Pathetic. But you read comics, don't you?
Sure, I read them, but I only read first-rate comics. I have no interest in reading third-rate doodles like yours, and it makes me sick to see someone third-rate or below calling themselves a comic artist. You should be grateful I even acknowledged your little hobby.
If it makes you sick, then just leave me alone, okay? There's no need to keep contacting me.
That's why I'm telling you to come do housework at my place. Just because we divorced doesn't mean our relationship is over. Hurry up and come clean and do laundry. Stop slacking off on housework. My place is a mess and I don't have time for any of this.
You can do it yourself. It's none of my business.
You're a woman, so doing housework is natural. When you married me, that should have been understood. Don't try to run away now. That's dirty.
Are you serious right now? No, running away. I don't understand what you mean. Why doesn't our marriage end when we're divorced? That's obviously wrong.
Shut up. Just come over.
No, I'm definitely not coming over. Actually, why don't you get your affair partner to do it? We divorced because you were having an affair, right? So how can you act so superior?
That's because you had no appeal. Don't blame me for it. If you had been a better wife, none of this would have happened.
A better wife? I was working, doing housework, supporting you. And you cheated anyway.
Supporting me? You barely contributed anything.
You? How much more ridiculous can you get? Don't you realize what you're saying is crazy?
That's what marriage is like. I took care of you plenty too. Plus, I'm trying to make you into a proper woman, you know? You should be a little grateful to me.
What do you mean, proper woman? How arrogant can you get?
A woman who knows her place, who appreciates what her husband does for her, who doesn't argue back all the time.
Just listen to yourself. This is exactly why I divorced you. Whatever. Anyway, I'm tired of dealing with you. Anyway, do your own housework. Well then, goodbye.
Hey, wait!
Sarah, this new series looks interesting. I read the first chapter, but is this based on a true story?
Yes, it actually is. My ex-husband is just terrible.
He contacts you to do housework even though you're divorced. I'm surprised such a man actually exists.
Unfortunately, he does.
This might be rude to ask, but
why did I marry such a man, right?
Yes, wasn't he like this from the beginning?
That's right, he was kind and cheerful. Well, he had some weird quirks, but at first, I thought those were charming.
And then once you got married, he turned out to be extremely problematic.
Yes, not just a little weird, everything was weird. Plus, he was the type of man who looks down on women. The quirks weren't charming anymore, they were just controlling.
There are still a lot of those. Guys who say all housework should be done by women, and I'm the one supporting you.
Even though we both worked and split the rent, it makes no sense. Just because he's a man, he thinks he can act superior. That's ridiculous.
How long did it take you to realize what was happening?
Too long, honestly. I kept making excuses for him. Thinking maybe I was being too sensitive, or that this was just how marriage worked.
For this series, we'd like to incorporate those themes as well. Though rather than being socially conscious, it might end up more like a psychopath observation diary.
Yes, I have a feeling it might go that way too. But by turning it into comic material, maybe my stress will be somewhat rewarded.
That's right, let's sublimate that stress. Maybe other women will relate to this, feel less alone in their experiences too.
I hope so, because I've been getting some messages from readers already. Apparently, this kind of behavior is more common than I thought.
Really? What are they saying?
Things like, my ex was exactly like this, or thank you for putting this into words. It's both heartening and depressing.
I see, but if anything happens, please consult with me anytime. Not just as your editor, but as a woman of the same generation. I want to help you.
Linda, thank you so much for everything.
What are you saying? You're our media's most popular comic artist. We want to give you special treatment.
Popular? Really?
Your subscriber count has tripled since this series started with so much high engagement.
That's actually amazing. I never expected this kind of response.
Keep doing what you're doing.
Yes, I'll work hard not to disappoint your expectations.
Hey! What the hell is that comic about? That's obviously about me!
Oh, you read my webcomic series?
I read it! What's with that title, The Monster? What a dramatic title you gave it! You trying to call me a monster?
But you obviously are a monster, aren't you? Why don't you read my comic again and objectively confirm how extremely problematic your behavior is? I only drew the facts.
Facts? You made me look like some kind of villain! That's not how things happened!
Which part isn't factual?
You bastard! Making me look bad! If your acquaintances read it, they'll know it's about me!
So, are you embarrassed by your own behavior?
Are you planning to repay all the care I gave you with betrayal?
That's why I said there was no debt. We both worked and split the rent, so there was no difference between us. I make this argument in the comic too, right?
That argument is wrong, you ungrateful woman! I worked outside sweating and earning money. Your online series is about all you can manage. I earned more, so there's a difference.
Huh, I see. You're saying whoever earns more is superior?
Of course! Not just between us two, but that's how society works. Since you're shut up at home, you don't know such obvious things.
I see. Then, since I'm earning more than you now, I'm superior.
Ha! What are you talking about?
I know that you got fired from your company. Your affair partner was the wife of an executive at a client company. When that came to light, you couldn't stay not just at the company, but in the entire industry.
What? How do you know about that?
You and I have several mutual acquaintances, so information like that reaches me easily.
Who told you?
Doesn't matter who told me, the point is that it happened.
What the? You're kidding me. Let me tell you, I wasn't fired. I left on my own. I could tell that company had no future.
I see, but you're unemployed now, right? Then I, who has income, am superior. Could you please not defy me?
You! How annoying! That's completely different!
But that's the logic you stated yourself. By your own logic, I outrank you now.
Stop using my words against me! It doesn't work that way!
Well then, I have work to do, so goodbye. Look forward to Chapter 2.
Chapter 2? Hey, don't mess with me! You! Writing about the affair is off limits! That's my private matter!
That's why I'm using fake names properly. I'm not using my real name either.
That's why our acquaintances will figure it out immediately! Your comic is also becoming popular for some reason.
Thanks to that, I'm ranking high in the access rankings. Your monster behavior is just that entertaining.
Entertaining? You're destroying my reputation for entertainment! You! How dare a woman make fun of me!
There it is again, your specialty of looking down on women. Don't you understand that's exactly what's wrong with you?
Shut up! There's nothing wrong with me! You better stop that series or you don't know what'll happen!
Oh, is that a threat? I think the person doing things embarrassing enough to be turned into comics is the one at fault.
Because of you, I can't even job hunt properly! My place is getting messier and messier!
Maybe because you never learned to clean, since someone always did it for you?
Just hurry up and come clean the house, got it?
No way! Even at this point, you're still trying to make me do housework.
You've been coming over anyway!
That was because it became comic material. Now that I've finished the part about calling me over to do housework, even though we're divorced, I won't be going to your place anymore.
Fine, let's have a discussion then. Come to think of it, we never had a proper discussion, did we?
Huh? What kind of discussion?
That's why we couldn't have a proper discussion during the divorce. It's a good opportunity, so I'd like to talk properly.
Talk about what? There's nothing to discuss. Well, maybe the fact that you're behind on alimony payments?
I said I'd pay that properly.
When? You've been saying that for months. I can't believe you were acting superior without even paying alimony.
Don't you understand that I'm going through a rough patch? The job market is tough these days.
There's nothing to discuss with such a person. See you later.
You! Hey, Linda, it's me. We've met a few times before, right? Don't ignore me.
I know, you're Sarah's ex-husband. I knew who you were when you approached me on the street earlier, but Sarah is already divorced, and we're strangers to each other. Besides, what exactly were you doing in this area?
I want to contact Sarah. Since I got blocked on her messaging app and my messages aren't being read, I thought I'd come to the editorial company for the series she's drawing.
I'm sorry, but please leave. Sarah isn't here, and I can't give out her personal information.
Look, even though we're divorced, I'm her ex-husband. You can at least tell me her address.
That's obviously impossible. If you have work experience, you should understand that, right?
This is an emergency. I need to talk to her immediately. You could make a special exception. She's making money by turning me into a comic.
Why do you want to see her so badly? You're the one who betrayed her by having an affair.
I just want to have a discussion. Besides, this isn't your business. Just give me the address.
Please stop threatening me. I'm not giving you anything. Should I call the police?
What police? This is between me and Sarah. Don't butt in when you're an outsider.
You're the one who contacted me. Anyway, there's nothing I can do. Please leave.
You Everyone's making fun of me! This is ridiculous!
Jake, what exactly are you doing? I heard you tried to force your way into the company and broke the entrance glass. Seriously, what are you thinking?
That's because you blocked me! I wouldn't have had to do this if you just responded!
How selfish can you be? Do you know how scared Linda and the innocent employees were?
I didn't mean to break it! I was just trying to get them to open the door! They were ignoring me! Being completely unreasonable!
Seriously, what do you want? What do you want to talk about so badly that you'd go that far?
Look, why don't we get back together?
Huh?
There have been various issues, but I'll let it all slide. So how about we become husband and wife again?
Let it all slide?
Yeah, I'm willing to forgive everything. The comic, the embarrassment, all of it. So let's work together on the monster storyline.
Are you stupid?
What do you mean, stupid? I'm being serious here.
Could it be that since you got fired from your company, have no money, got separated from your affair partner, can't pay alimony, can't do housework, you want to get back together with me, and that's why you were calling me over to your place?
It's not like that!
But if that's the case, you should have just said so honestly instead of being so prideful.
That's not it! I'm saying this for your sake! It's true I'm unemployed now, but I've already secured a job at a foreign company! I'll easily make $100,000 a year there!
Even if you struck oil, I have no intention of getting back together. Besides, you're probably lying anyway.
What? It's not a lie! I'm thinking of you!
If it's not a lie, then just borrow money or whatever and pay the alimony quickly. If you're going to make $100,000 a year, you can do it, right?
I've sworn never to go into debt!
Then you'll be going into debt for the first time, because you're going to be sued by Linda's company.
What?
You breaking the entrance glass was recorded on security cameras. At minimum, you'll definitely have to pay damages and compensation.
But I told you that wasn't on purpose! I was just trying to open it and it broke! It was an accident!
I see. If it wasn't on purpose, then you need to apologize. You also need to make reparations, right?
But I don't have the money right now! You're gonna make fun of me to the very end! Fine then. If you're gonna be like that, I have my own plan!
Plan?
Yeah, I've decided to sue you!
Huh? Sue me for what?
Obviously defamation! You turned me into a comic and seriously damaged my reputation!
I only drew facts and I used fake names anyway. I didn't even draw the character to look like you, so how is that defamation?
That's why people who know me can tell it's me! Word spread from there and quite a few people have figured it out!
And whose fault is that? Maybe if your behavior wasn't so distinctive.
My behavior is normal! You're the one making it look bad!
I see. That might indeed be unfortunate, but...
Yeah, that's right! You're doing something quite inappropriate!
But as a basic premise, I think what you did to me was far more inappropriate. What do you think about that? Even if we went to court, your image would be terrible. You were having an affair in the first place, plus you made lots of abusive comments to me like, "You're a woman, so you should do housework." I just turned that into a comic. Who do you think everyone would side with?
No, I never said those things! Besides, what I'm quoted as saying in that comic is all fiction!
Huh?
In other words, you're making me look bad by claiming I said things I never said! That's malicious!
So you're saying you never demanded I do housework after our divorce?
I might have mentioned it, but not like that! You make it sound worse, like some kind of chauvinist.
Because you are one.
No, I'm not. Traditional values are... they're respectable. They're how society works. I'm definitely going to sue you. Are you okay with that?
Since I'm saying I only drew facts as nonfiction, I would never do something like making up things that didn't happen.
But you are doing it! You're a lying woman! I have connections with excellent lawyers. Are you sure about this? Once you get sued, it's over. If you understand, then get back together with me again.
Hey, look, I'm sending you something, so check your messages. This file is a bit heavy, but just take a look at this.
What exactly is this supposed to mean?
All of your actions that I used as material in my comic. I have them all saved as evidence that they really happened. Screenshots of messages, recordings, things like that.
What the hell is this? You recorded our conversations without telling me? But that's sneaky.
Well, I thought something like this might happen. How about it? Do you still intend to go to court?
Damn!
Looks like I was one step ahead. Turns out you're very consistent in your awfulness.
I can't believe this! You were planning this all along!
Now, if you understand, go apologize to Linda properly. I hear she's already contacted a lawyer.
She contacted a lawyer over some broken glass!
Over harassment and property damage by someone with a history of threatening behavior.
Threatening behavior? I never threatened anyone!
Really? Because I have recordings of you saying, I don't know what will happen if I don't stop the comic.
That wasn't a threat. That was a warning.
A warning about what?
About the consequences.
Whatever. Anyway, you need to take responsibilities for what you have done.
So if I apologize to her and properly pay damages, you'll get back together with me?
Of course not. I never want to see you again.
That's crazy. You're making money using me as material. Then you should share some of it with me. That's only fair.
I see. So you want to get back together because I'm making money from my current series. But according to your logic, since I'm making more money, I'm superior, right? What's with that way of speaking to someone above you?
Stop using my words against me. That's not how it works.
Why not? You established the rules yourself. Income equals superiority, remember?
But you're still just a woman!
And you're still just an unemployed man. By your own standards, you're pretty pathetic.
Ah, jeez, why did I do such things? Damn!
It's too late to regret your actions now. Well, still, reflecting is important. I hope you'll think about it slowly by yourself and grow as a person.
Don't mock me! Damn it! This isn't over. I'll find a way to make you pay for this.
Jake, I really think that was a bad move. You wanted to get me to face a backlash, right? But posting on social media, my ex-wife turned me into a comic and ruined my life is...
It's the truth! Now you'll get bashed too!
No. Did you see the reactions to your post?
What kind of reactions?
Ew, it's the monster, the worst. So he really existed. And he's blaming his wife while ignoring his own faults. It's funny that he's admitting it's true. Then you're the bad guy. Which one of us is getting backlashed?
What's with these people? I'm the victim here, can't they see that?
Victim of what? Your own actions?
Victim of your lies, your manipulation!
What lies? You just admitted it's all true by posting about it. I had used fake names, but you identified yourself on your own. Now not just people close to us, but many people know about you.
I thought people would understand. I thought they'd see your side was unfair.
Why would they think that?
Because I'm the one telling the truth.
Your truth is that you cheated, demanded housework from your ex-wife, and broke someone's property. How did you think that would make you look good?
I got amused messages from acquaintances. Everyone's just, what the hell? They don't understand. They don't know what I went through.
Hey, Jake, when we were married, you said men work outside and support the family, right? But the current you is unemployed, drowning in debt, can't even do housework. You don't even meet your own standard of being a proper man, do you?
That's temporary. I'm just going through a rough patch. Real men face challenges.
Real men also take responsibility for their actions.
Shut up! Be quiet!
You're strangling yourself with your own words. Well, try your best to become a proper man. I blocked Jake's messages, and after that, all communication went through lawyers. We completed discussions about the delayed alimony payments to me, and he was given a payment deadline, which meant he had to take on debt. Furthermore, he was ordered to pay damages and compensation to Linda's company, and since he hated debt, he found himself in a situation where he had to keep taking on more loans. Also, because he identified himself as the monster, his affairs and harassment became known to the world, and I hear he's having considerable trouble with job hunting. Since he has high spirits, he probably doesn't want to lower his standards from his previous company. I think he's not in a position to be saying such things while being broke and in debt hell. But, well, he's probably desperately trying to become a proper man in his own way. I really think he's a ridiculous person. I hear he's now working multiple part-time jobs to somehow get by each day. He must regret his actions beyond measure. As for me, amazingly, The Monster has been decided for TV adaptation. Thanks to Linda's efforts, we've achieved a live-action adaptation on cable TV. I'm deeply grateful to Linda, who is so reliable both professionally and personally, and I'd like to thank Jake a little bit too, who provided material for me, a comic artist who had no notable works.
Hey there, Natalie. I've decided to come home for New Year's this year, so thanks in advance. Tell David about that too, okay?
Ashley, what's this all about so suddenly? It's been a while since you've come here, and you really should have told us earlier. This is troublesome.
What? Is there a problem with me coming back to my own home? You're living in my family home and acting all high and mighty.
But telling us on New Year's Eve, preparing for 3 extra people suddenly is difficult.
It's fine, it's fine. It's just me alone. I can just share a little bit of whatever food you make, so it'll be okay, right?
Huh? What about your husband and son?
Oh, he said I could take a break from childcare for once. I'm having my son stay with my husband at his parents' place. See? No problem at all, right? Actually, you don't have a choice in this matter, so know your place. Anyway, I'll be expecting some good hospitality, so thanks in advance.
I understand. I'll talk to David about it. David, sorry to bother you while you're shopping. About New Year's, Ashley says she's coming home.
What? Ashley? Give me a break. We haven't prepared anything. She hasn't come for the past 2 years, so I wasn't thinking about it. Why so suddenly?
I don't know, but apparently her husband and son are going to his parents' house, and only Ashley is coming here.
What is she plotting now? I don't even want to think about it. You remember, don't you, Natalie, what happened a few years ago when my sister suddenly came to stay?
Of course, she demanded steak for dinner and hot pot for breakfast, among other things. And she tried to boss me around just because I'm the daughter-in-law who married in from outside.
Right. She demanded massages and told me to buy her cigarettes, but she wouldn't do anything herself.
I tried to be patient because she's your sister, but it was really difficult.
I should have stood up to her more back then. I'm sorry you had to deal with that. She just sat around like she was at a hotel, ordering everyone around. And after she left, things would always go missing. When we confronted her, she'd just deny everything. As someone who shares the same blood, I'm just ashamed.
Well, you did say she's always been like that.
But I haven't forgiven what happened back then, and neither of Mom and Dad. Depending on how my sister behaves this New Year's, we're considering cutting ties with her.
That's quite a drastic decision.
Of course it is. So Natalie, if anything happens, tell me right away, okay?
Yeah, I understand.
Hey, Natalie, I really don't want to be served old-fashioned stuff like braised vegetables. Make it steak, or hot pot. You really don't know how to read the room for a daughter-in-law. You're failing as David's wife. This is the real sister speaking, so it's absolutely final.
You're as free-spirited as always, Ashley. Didn't David get angry at you last time you were here? I seem to remember him being quite upset about your demands and attitude.
That's because you tattled on me, getting all worked up over just a little request. How pathetic. So this is for your own good, too. If you hadn't run crying to him about every little thing, we wouldn't have had any problems. You made me look like the bad guy when I was just trying to help you become a better wife.
For my own good?
That's right. When the sister-in-law comes home, the daughter-in-law should listen to what she says. It's basic family hierarchy. I'm blood family, you're married family. There's a difference. I'm trying to teach you how to properly serve the family. You should be grateful. Think of me as your mentor in becoming a good wife and daughter-in-law. I've been observing you, and there's definitely room for improvement.
I've been wondering for a while, why do you go so far to harass me? What have I ever done to you to deserve this treatment? I've always tried to be respectful and welcoming when you visit.
Harass? That's a strong word. I prefer educate or guide. Because you're low-ranking as a woman. I'm not trying to be mean, I'm just stating facts here. Some women have it together, others need help. There's no shame in admitting which category you fall into.
Ranking? What do you mean?
Don't you get it? I'm obviously talking about your value as a person. It's not personal, it's just objective reality. Some people contribute more to society than others. For example, I work full-time as a career woman and I've had a child and am raising him properly. I'm a wonderful mom who can balance both, right? Do you know how hard it is to excel in both areas? Most women can't handle it. I even have a management position at work and my salary is pretty good. I'm the kind of person the general public envies. That's who I am.
Well, I suppose that is impressive.
Right. On the other hand, Natalie, you're always at home and you don't even have kids. At least housewives with children have a purpose. They're contributing to the future. But you're just existing, taking up space in David's life.
But I'm not exactly a housewife, though.
If you're not a full-time employee, it's basically the same thing. Plus, you're being taken care of by my family, aren't you? You live in our family home, eat our family food, use our family resources. Without David, where would you be? Probably in some tiny apartment struggling to make ends meet. At least be honest about your situation. You're dependent, not independent.
Being taken care of?
It's a fact, isn't it? A woman who can't be independent and doesn't have children is low-ranking. So when a high-ranking person comes in, it's natural to serve that person. I tried to teach you this before, but you didn't learn at all. I don't know what kind of job you had before, but it was probably pretty low level, right? Something that anyone could do, right?
I see. I understand very well what you're trying to say, Ashley. You've made your perspective quite clear.
Really? Great! Then tonight, make hot pot with high-grade beef and buy some beer, too. But I'm warning you, if you can't do that, it'll be punishment time. Maybe I'll make you do a belly dance or something.
I really understand well what's going on, and I'm quite disappointed. Just get out already.
Huh? Wait, is that how you talk to your older sister? I can't believe it. As a fellow woman, I'm just disgusted.
You've been loud this whole time. Stop saying whatever you want about my partner. I'm not gonna put up with it like last time. I heard every single word you said to Natalie, every insult, every condescending comment. You think you can come into our house and treat my wife like a servant? The entitlement is absolutely unbelievable. Who do you think you are?
Huh? Wait, is this David? When did you? I thought I was talking to Natalie this whole time. How long have you been listening? This is so confusing. And why are you using her phone? That's weird, David.
Yeah, that's right. You seemed to think you were talking to Natalie and said all sorts of things, but I've been replying to everything. I borrowed Natalie's phone. I wanted to see exactly how you'd behave when you thought no one was watching. Turns out you're even worse than I remembered. Congratulations, Ashley. You've managed to be more awful than my lowest expectations.
Why would you do something so weird? David, are you the controlling type? Not being able to relax unless you check your wife's phone is way too heavy. That's not healthy behavior in a marriage. You should trust each other more. Oh, or is Natalie doing something? Wow, that person is seriously bad news. I mean, if you feel the need to monitor her conversations, there must be a reason. What has she been hiding from you? Suspicious behavior? Secret conversations? I always thought there was something off about her. Too quiet, too secretive.
Sorry to interrupt your wild speculation, but I asked her because I knew you'd harass Natalie. This wasn't about checking up on my wife. This was about protecting her from you. And just as expected, you're spouting weird theories and punishment is belly dancing? Stop making fun of my wife. Do you hear yourself? You're talking about ranking people and making someone dance as punishment. You sound completely unhinged. Is this how you talk to people at work, too?
Don't get so angry. I was obviously joking. You're taking everything way too seriously. Can't you tell when someone's being playful? Don't butt into women's conversations. I'm trying to educate her to be suitable as your wife. This is between me and Natalie. Family matters should stay between family. Besides, you're being way too protective. She needs to learn how to handle family dynamics on her own. A good wife should be able to manage family relationships without her husband getting involved.
I didn't ask for that, and it's none of your business. You seem to look down on Natalie, but do you think you're so great? What gives you the right to judge anyone? What makes you think you're qualified to educate my wife?
But aren't I qualified? Natalie, who isn't even a full-time employee, has it so easy I'm jealous. She gets to lounge around the house while other people work to support her. I work and raise a child, so I'm obviously much more impressive. Look at the facts, David. I have a career, a child, and I'm financially independent. What does Natalie have to show for her life? What has she accomplished? I'm not trying to be cruel, but you have to admit there's a clear difference in our achievements.
Don't be ridiculous. Every family has its own circumstances, so there's no hierarchy. Especially, I don't want to hear this from you. You dumped Mom's care on us and quickly left home. Want to talk about accomplishments? About taking responsibility for your family? You ran away the moment things got difficult and left us to handle everything. At least Natalie stayed and helped when we needed her most.
That's a terrible way to put it. I didn't dump anything on anyone. I had my own life to live, my own goals to pursue. I can't be expected to put my entire future on hold for family obligations.
Mom's leg problems were also caused by you bumping into her and making her fall, right? You were so eager to start your independent life that you left an injured mother behind.
That wasn't on purpose. It was just bad luck. Accidents happen. I can't be blamed for something that was completely unintentional.
Yeah, the luck was bad, but what about running away from responsibility and immediately leaving home because you wanted to get married? You couldn't wait to get out of here. You saw marriage as your escape route. Dad's getting old too, so I started helping with Mom's daily life, and when I got married, Natalie agreed to live at home with us. We made sacrifices because we understand what family means. Natalie had a job, but she quit her company for the sake of Mom and Dad. I can't thank her enough. She gave up her career advancement to take care of our parents. That's what real sacrifice looks like. If you're gonna badmouth someone like that and try to use her like a housekeeper, we won't allow it. Actually, we've already decided to cut ties with you. Dad and Mom agree too.
Huh? Wait, what do you mean?
It means our family doesn't recognize you as family anymore. You've shown repeatedly that you don't value us or respect us.
No way, that's crazy. Just for bullying my brother's wife a little, you're cutting me off?
A little bullying? So you admit you bullied her. You've been systematically cruel to her for years. I warned you before, but you didn't learn, and I'm fed up. There are other reasons too, but search your own conscience. Pack your things and get out of this house within an hour!
Wait, David, this is crazy! You really set me up yesterday, didn't you? Thanks to you, I couldn't relax at all. David told me to get out and actually made me do it. Why do I have to be treated like this in my own family home? Don't get cocky just because you came from outside.
Don't you think David might be reading this again?
Probably not, right? Wait, which one is it? He can't be monitoring your phone 24/7. That would be obsessive.
It's Natalie, but don't you understand why you were kicked out?
You probably played the victim and got their sympathy. Dad and Mom are just too kind-hearted. I bet you cried and made it seem like I was some kind of monster. You're good at manipulation, aren't you? Acting all innocent and helpless.
Yes, your parents are indeed very kind, but they're not okay with having things stolen from them.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Are you seriously going to make false accusations now? That's low, even for you.
Do you think we don't notice when you take household items from our home without permission? Not just toilet paper, but toothpaste, detergent stock, emergency food supplies we keep for disasters, and even my personal hygiene products disappear when you visit. It's like you think our home is a free drugstore.
That's because going to the store is a hassle, and I just happen to notice those things. It's not stealing if it's family. Families share things. That's normal. Besides, they're just little household items, nothing expensive or important.
That attitude is exactly the problem, Ashley. That's why you lose people's trust when you keep doing things like that.
I was going to bring replacements or pay for them later anyway. And I haven't done anything like that recently, have I? You're making it sound way worse than it actually is.
But tissues went missing again yesterday, and we still haven't received payment for those. Your mother wants you to pay for everything you've stolen so far into the household account all at once. And please return the actual designer ring that your father gave your mother for their wedding anniversary. How can you steal so many different things from people?
I admit I was wrong to take things without permission. I just had a moment of weakness. I saw them and just... But I still think cutting ties over just that is terrible. Sometimes you get spoiled in your family home, right? Hey, you've had enough now, haven't you? Don't you think this is going too far?
I don't think so. Besides, you still haven't apologized.
Huh? Why should I have to apologize? This doesn't make sense. If I apologize, you'll definitely forgive me, right? Fine, I'm very sorry. There, I apologized, so I'm going back home now. It's New Year's and most places to stay are booked. Hotels have no vacancies either, and I'm in trouble. I found a cheap motel and managed to get by, but it was incredibly uncomfortable.
Going back here? Why don't you just go back to your own house?
That's not really an option. My husband and child aren't there, so it's lonely. Wanting to spend time at my family home isn't that strange, is it?
But actually, none of us welcome you here.
Hey, I said I was sorry, so let me back into the house already. Look, I'll be considerate and help with housework a little.
That sounds so suspicious. Did something happen with your husband?
There's nothing like that. Just let me come home.
I'll discuss it with David. Well then.
Wait! How long are you going to make me wait? Hey, David, come on. Forgive me already. I said I was wrong. I apologized to Natalie too, didn't I? I'm family by blood, so why do you always prioritize Natalie? It's getting dark and cold, so let me into the house. Hey, listen to your big sister's request.
I don't care. We cut ties, so you're basically a stranger now.
Are you still seriously saying that?
Yeah, so I can't let you into the house. Why don't you just go back to your own home quietly?
I told you I can't do that. Didn't Natalie tell you?
She did, and I heard the story from your husband, too.
Huh? From my husband?
Yeah, you were bragging about being able to handle both work and childcare, but apparently you leave everything at home to your husband. Even though your husband works too, you make him handle your son and all the housework while you go out freely, right? He said having you around just increases his burden.
He's just exaggerating. Don't take it so seriously. It's true that I've been busy with work lately and left various things to him, but...
I see, but your husband got fed up and kicked you out of the house. Your in-laws are visiting, so you can't go home even if you wanted to. So you came back here to somehow get through this situation, right? Sorry, but we're declining too.
No way! It's true that there are various family issues, but just listen to me.
That's why I heard from your husband. Apparently you've been going to host clubs and wasting money, right?
He told you that much?
All the money you earn goes to host clubs and your savings are empty. You broke your promise to save money for your son's education and even touched the money your husband earned. Your son is starting elementary school soon. How long are you gonna keep acting like you're single? You're a failure as a mother.
Shut up! Someone without kids has no right to act superior. But if I'm working and raising a child, I can't have any time for myself. What's the point of living such a restricted life? If I've earned money, I want to use it for what I like, and nowadays it's trendy to keep your hobbies even as an adult.
That hobby being host clubs?
People like different things, so it's fine.
Well, I think freedom in hobbies and preferences is fine, but your priorities are wrong. When you have a family, there are times when you absolutely have to prioritize your family. There are people who endure and work hard even when they can't do what they like. Natalie quit the job she loved to prioritize us. I also stopped various hobbies I was doing to spend more time with family. But we don't intend to blame anyone or justify ourselves for that.
Then don't interfere with what I do, acting all high and mighty.
Of course I'll complain when I'm being bothered by it. You keep asserting yourself, but your selfishness is burdening the people I care about. You've been making fun of Natalie all this time. I'm angry. So I have no intention of forgiving you, and even less intention of being kind to you.
Then what am I supposed to do? If reflecting doesn't get me forgiveness, what's the point?
That attitude is exactly the problem. And about your in-laws, they apparently got fed up with you running around avoiding them. You're wandering around in front of our house now, right? I told your husband where you are.
Huh? Wait, what do you mean? I might get divorced at this rate.
Yeah, you're apparently having affair-like relationships with hosts, too, fallen for their romantic sales tactics. There's no way to defend this anymore, so you're cut off from both us and your husband. All you have left is work, right? How simple and nice for you. Good luck after your in-laws pick you up.
That's terrible. Help me.
No way. It's your own fault.
Natalie, why didn't you tell me?
Oh, Ashley, how have you been since then? Are you okay?
I'm not okay at all. I've been through hell. My husband wants a divorce and he's likely to get custody of our son. I had my ranking as a career woman with a child, but...
Ah, so you got married for ranking purposes.
That's not it, and that doesn't matter now. I thought all I had left was work, but I've been removed from the promotion track.
I see, but why are you telling me this?
Don't play dumb. I never heard anything about your job.
My job? Oh, you mean that? I did quit the company, but I continue working as an engineer from home. I specialize in security.
I heard that you're involved as a contractor in a major project at our company. But then suddenly you applied to withdraw from the project.
Yes, that's right. I told them about having a relative who was harassing me a lot. I accidentally let slip that it would be difficult to trust a company that would choose someone who steals from people and looks down on them as a project leader. But when I looked into it more, it turns out you were stealing company supplies too, Ashley. I was surprised when the department had become suspicious of you based on my story and investigated, revealing all sorts of problems.
Work was all I had left. I was removed from project leader and now I'm just doing menial tasks. Plus, they're saying I might be transferred to a dead-end department.
I see. What ranking would you be at now according to your system? Ashley, your true nature shows through wherever you are now. In your case, that would be your arrogance and your habit of stealing, I suppose.
Why are you driving me into a corner like this? This is terrible.
Well then, Ashley, when are you going to return the ring that your father gave your mother for their wedding anniversary?
That's a bit difficult.
Of course it is, because you already sold it at a pawn shop for money. We don't even know where it is now. Your mother really treasured that ring. Do you think you can be forgiven when you trample on people's feelings with a straight face? You're not a child.
I'm really sorry. I regret it. Look, I have nothing left now. I can't even earn money like this. I can't pay child support, and I've been kicked out of my home with nowhere to live. If you forgive me, Mom and Dad will surely forgive me too. Please, have mercy on me.
You're truly repentant from the bottom of your heart?
Of course, I'll turn over a new leaf.
I see. That's wonderful. But I have absolutely no intention of forgiving you, so please, give up.
No way! I'll really be finished as a person at this rate.
That might be true, but it has nothing to do with me. Please enjoy your lowest ranking lifestyle. Ashley, who was transferred to a dead-end department, apparently still couldn't break her stealing habits. She was caught stealing toilet supplies by someone and was dismissed for cause. Even so, she needed to pay child support, so she looked for work, but her arrogant personality and habit of stealing meant jobs never lasted long. Her favorite host also lost interest when she ran out of money, and she's now living alone and lonely. Meanwhile, I continue working from home between caring for my in-laws. While marriage sometimes means compromising on work and hobbies, I don't find this unpleasant, nor do I blame anyone for it. By enduring various things, cooperating, Helping each other and supporting one another, strong family bonds are formed. This might be what growing up means. Hey Brad, if you have any complaints, just say them clearly to me.
What are you talking about? Don't send me random texts out of nowhere.
Random texts? Brad, I've been trying to talk to you for days. You walk past me like I'm invisible. You don't respond when I ask how your day was. What's random about wanting to communicate with my own husband?
I'm different from you. I'm working hard, sweating for my job. Unlike you, who just sits around acting high and mighty at your company.
What? I don't do that. Do you have any idea what running a company actually involves? I'm up until 2 a.m. reviewing contracts, handling client complaints, managing budgets.
Isn't sitting around acting important what being a CEO is all about?
That's not what it's like at all. Sure, I'm called CEO, but we don't have many employees, and we all work together to keep the company running. Don't talk about it like that. I'm telling you that I'm not some corporate executive lounging in a corner office.
Okay, I get it. So what do you want?
Don't give me what do you want. Why do you keep ignoring me completely? We used to talk for hours about everything. Now I can't even get a good morning from you.
Ignoring? I'm not doing anything like that.
Don't lie to me. Then why won't you answer any of my questions? Yesterday, I asked if you wanted me to pick up dinner. You didn't even look up from your phone. Last week, I tried to tell you about my day and you just walked away mid-sentence. No matter what I ask, you never respond and you never come out of your room. What's the point of being married and living together if this is how it's going to be?
We don't need to be all lovey-dovey all the time. We've been dating since college, so getting married doesn't have to change our relationship. Besides, I'm the type who needs alone time, so don't complain when I want to be by myself in my room.
Alone time is one thing, Brad. Complete isolation is another. It's different. But when we were dating, we could have normal conversations. This level of silence is completely abnormal.
This is such a pain. We're married now, so isn't it fine? We're gonna be together forever anyway, so I think maintaining some distance is important.
But ignoring me is still wrong.
Yeah, I'll have proper conversations when I feel like it.
When you feel like it? I'm your wife, not some acquaintance you chat with when convenient. What happened to you? Why did you change so much? Before we got married, we could get along normally.
This is normal for me. You just misunderstood who I was, didn't you?
No, that can't be. The Brad I fell in love with actually cared about my thoughts and feelings. He would stay up late listening to me worry about business decisions.
Anyway, don't contact me about stupid stuff like this anymore. I'm busy working. Got it?
All right, I understand.
CEO, how's married life going?
What's with calling me CEO? You've never called me like that at work.
Why not? You are the CEO of our company, so I should address you properly.
We're not at work now, so we can just talk as friends. Besides, you used to call me normally. Why suddenly start with CEO?
Sorry, I was just joking. I felt embarrassed asking about your married life so formally.
Then you didn't have to ask.
But it's two college friends who got married. Of course I'm curious. You seemed really off lately at work. I keep catching you staring at your phone during meetings.
I guess that makes sense.
So how is it? The honeymoon phase still going strong?
Honestly, it's pretty rough.
Huh? Aren't you happy? Wait, what do you mean rough? Like adjustment issues or something more serious?
To be honest, I'm not happy at all. He keeps ignoring everything I say.
Ignoring you? What do you mean? Did you two have a fight?
Not at all. He suddenly started ignoring me right after the wedding ceremony. It's like he became a completely different person the moment we got back home.
That's so weird. Maybe something happened at the wedding?
I don't recall doing anything wrong. He seemed to be enjoying himself during the ceremony. His parents were so happy. My parents loved him. Everyone was celebrating. I keep replaying that day in my head, trying to figure out what went wrong.
Then what could it be? This doesn't sound like normal newlywed adjustments.
Honestly, his mental state was a bit unstable even before we got married.
What do you mean? Like anxiety or depression?
You know how tough Brad's job hunting was, right?
Yeah, he got rejected by tons of companies. I was lucky that you created a company and hired me. But if I had gone through proper job hunting, I might have ended up in the same situation. The job market was brutal that year. Remember how stressed we all were?
He was really pushed to his limit. He finally found work, but it wasn't in the industry he wanted. And even now, his job seems really difficult, so he might be taking out his frustration on me.
So he's ignoring you because of that? That's just taking it out on you, isn't it?
Yeah, but I can see he's having a hard time, so I haven't been able to confront him about it lately. I keep thinking maybe if I'm patient enough, he'll work through whatever he's dealing with. But it's been a month now, and things are only getting worse.
So you were more direct at first?
Of course, but instead of improving, it felt like the gap between us got even wider. Every time I tried to address it, he'd get more defensive and withdraw even more.
I see. So now you're just leaving him alone?
Yeah, I'm hoping that someday he'll go back to treating me like before. But honestly, I'm starting to wonder if the person I married was ever real.
But you can't just leave things like this, right? This isn't sustainable.
Of course not. I'm thinking of various strategies. Hopefully something will work.
This sounds really tough. Well, if anything happens, talk to me. I can at least listen to you vent.
Thanks, I will. I really appreciate having you to talk to about this. Hey, what is this supposed to mean?
Hey, I told you not to contact me randomly.
I know, so I haven't contacted you no matter how much you ignored me. But I had to contact you about something important now.
So what is it?
Your company called me. They said you haven't been coming to work at all. You've been absent without notice for a whole week. They called to ask if you're quitting and want a proper notice. A week, Brad! Your supervisor sounded completely confused.
Why did they contact you?
You listed my cell phone as your emergency contact when you started, didn't you? That's why they called me. Imagine how embarrassing it was for me to find out from your boss that my husband has been lying to me. I've been watching you get dressed for work every morning thinking you were actually going.
Damn busybodies.
What are you angry about? You're a working adult, aren't you? Aren't you ashamed of being absent without notice? Where have you been going every day if not to work? Have you been wandering around the city pretending to have a job?
Shut up! I never wanted to work at that company in the first place!
Then you should clearly tell them you're quitting. And you need to apologize for being absent without notice. This is basic adult responsibility, Brad.
Like hell I'll do that! You go tell them I'm quitting!
What? I'm not your secretary or anything. Are you seriously asking me to clean up your mess because you're too cowardly to face them?
I married you, so you should at least do that much.
I married you? What kind of way is that to put it?
I was only dating you for fun in the first place.
What? Then why did you marry me? You said you wanted to build a life with me.
I got married because my parents were nagging me, and I'm not interested in you.
What do you mean?
Mom kept bugging me to marry you, so I just did it for her.
Your mother was definitely happy about our marriage, but why are you saying this now?
Because you're saying stupid things, acting like a wife. You're seriously annoying.
I am your wife, so of course. What did you expect when you married me? That nothing would change? That I'd just be some roommate who happens to share your bed?
Shut up. From now on, don't talk to me about anything. Don't get involved with me.
I can't do that. We're married and we need to work together and cooperate from here on. I've been watching over you and considering your feelings until now, but that's not going to work anymore. I've spent 9 months tiptoeing around your moods, making excuses for your behavior. It's fine if you want to quit, but you need to properly look for a new job. I want regular reports on what you're doing.
I don't need to do that for you.
I don't know what your parents told you, but I married you. As a married couple, we need to support each other financially.
We don't need to do that, do we? You're the one making money.
If you're going to rely on my income, then you need to properly handle the housework.
Why do I have to do that?
Because that's how married couples help each other. If one person works, the other contributes in different ways.
God, you're seriously annoying.
I'm not saying anything wrong.
You're so annoying. Don't talk to me. If you have a problem, let's get divorced.
Divorced? Are you serious about that? You're throwing away our entire relationship because I asked you to be a responsible adult?
Yeah, of course. Like I keep saying, I only married you because my parents were nagging me. I never had any feelings for you from the start.
How can you say something like that? Do you know how much I cared about you? I defended you to everyone who said you were going through a rough patch.
That's gross, so stop it, okay? I don't want to think about you even for a second. So never talk to me again, got it?
So that's your true feelings.
That's right, I don't even want to hear your voice.
Fine, I won't talk to you.
Good.
I don't care what happens to you anymore.
Hey, what the hell is this?
Huh? What? Didn't you tell me not to talk to you? I've been respecting your wishes for a whole month. What's the emergency now?
Shut up, this isn't the time for that. I noticed you were gone and all the furniture disappeared too. Then I found divorce papers on the table.
Oh, that. Please sign it properly and submit it to the city hall. As you can see, I've already filled out my part.
So you took all the furniture too?
That's right. The movers came when you weren't there and took everything.
You deliberately waited until I wasn't here!
There's no way I could do that on purpose. I had no contact with you, so I had no idea what you were doing. It just happened to work out that way, but it was lucky because we didn't have to have any unnecessary interactions.
What about this apartment?
What about it? If you want to keep living here, you can pay the rent yourself. If you can't, just cancel the lease.
Don't be ridiculous! There's no way I can afford the rent!
That's right. We originally agreed to split it, but since you quit your job, I paid the full amount last month. It would be tough for an unemployed person like you to pay this rent. Maybe you should have thought about that before deciding marriage was too much work.
Don't give me that attitude! Moving out takes time, even if I cancel the lease! Why did you just leave the house without saying anything?
You're the one who told me not to talk to you. Why should I be getting yelled at? You said never to contact you about anything, remember? You were very clear that you didn't want to hear my voice.
Yeah, I said don't talk to me, but something this important?
I think all conversations between married couples are important. But you rejected that, didn't you? So I wouldn't discuss divorce with you either. That's what you wanted.
What a pain in the ass.
Well, go ahead and move or whatever, and from now on, earn money and live on your own.
I'm not hurt by you divorcing me anyway.
What do you mean?
When you get divorced, you have to divide assets, right? Half of the money you've earned as CEO belongs to me, so I don't need to work anymore.
Ah, I see. So that's why you were so confident about divorce.
Exactly! So I'll go submit these divorce papers and get money from you!
You're seriously rotten to the core.
You really did me dirty!
Now what? Why are you angry?
Your lawyer came earlier and we had a discussion!
Right, that was today, wasn't it? Do you have some complaint about that?
Of course I do! The asset division amount is way too small! You said your company makes millions in sales!
That's right. That's not wrong.
Then why? Where's all the money?
This year, we made a lot of investments. Looking ahead to the future, we hired employees and entered new business ventures. So, while our sales were the same as usual, our expenses were also high this year. After paying employee salaries and other costs, not much actually came into my pocket.
You're lying! You're saying that because you don't want to pay me!
I properly showed my bank statements and everything to the lawyer. If you don't believe it, want me to show you the evidence? Tax returns, profit and loss statements, bank records. It's all there.
But you should have tons of savings! Half of that should be mine too!
What are you talking about? Those savings are from my earnings up until last year, meaning from before I married you. Why would I have to give that to you?
So the asset division really is just that amount?
That's right. Well, you can probably live without working for about a month. Use that time to properly look for your next job.
No way! This can't be right!
By the way, I'm also going to claim alimony from you. You should find work quickly.
What? Alimony?
Of course, you ignored me completely after our wedding ceremony. Since that's what caused our divorce, you have an obligation to pay alimony.
No, that's impossible! I thought I was getting money from you!
It would be impossible if you stay unemployed. That's why I'm telling you to work.
Wait, please, anything but that!
No way! Why should I listen to your requests? You certainly never listen to any of mine. Next time I'll have my lawyer discuss the alimony with you, so don't try to resist pointlessly. I don't want to waste time on someone like you.
Caroline, I have a favor to ask.
What?
Could you tell Amy to forget about the alimony?
Huh? What are you talking about out of nowhere? Why would you even think I'd help you with that?
I'm going through divorce proceedings with Amy right now, and she's trying to get alimony from me. I can't pay that, so I'm asking her to stop, but she won't listen at all. So could you say something to her as her best friend?
If I were to say anything to Amy, it would be to go after you thoroughly. So I can't grant your request. Actually, I'm impressed she's being this strategic about it.
Why? We've been friends since college, haven't we?
That's right, but Amy is still a precious friend to me. And she's become someone I respect more than anyone. Amy as a CEO is truly amazing. I feel bad even talking to her as an equal. I will never forgive you for hurting such a precious Amy.
I mean, we're married, so there are various issues. It's true, I went silent and ignored her, but she had her bad points too.
What's that supposed to mean? Don't you know that Amy was working hard for your sake?
There's no way she was doing anything like that.
She was. She noticed you weren't doing well at your previous company, so she was planning to hire you at her own company.
What? Really?
Yes, she said you're suited for active work, so she wanted you to do what you love at her company and get back to your energetic self. That's why she was working without sleep to expand the company.
So that's why she was making all those investments.
Exactly. Everything she did was for your sake. But you kept sulking and taking out your frustration on Amy just because your job hunting didn't go well. I'll tell you this. I was hoping Amy would leave you partway through. I'm annoyed that you're the one who brought up divorce, but as her friend, I'm grateful you divorced her. I truly thank you for that.
The divorce is fine, but just the alimony?
No way! Pay it properly! You need to atone for what you did. So don't contact me anymore. I'm incredibly busy with work and can't deal with you. And the same goes for CEO Amy. Stop whining and pay the alimony.
Hey, Brad, this month's alimony payment hasn't come through. What are you doing?
Shut up! I'm barely keeping up with daily life. Don't complain just because the alimony payment's a little late.
What are you being defiant about? You promised to pay, so do it properly. I don't expect sincerity from you, but you should at least keep your promises or you'll become a complete failure as a person.
I don't care what you think of me. I'm struggling just with rent and living expenses.
Wait a minute. If life is that hard, why don't you just go back to your parents' house? Since you're unemployed, you could look for work near your family home. Why are you living alone when you don't have money? Surely they'd help their son get back on his feet.
It's your fault. I don't want to be doing this either.
Huh? How is it my fault? Stop blaming everything on other people.
It really is your fault.
How so?
You contacted my mother when we got divorced, didn't you?
Yes, of course I did. Your mother had been so good to me, and we had a friendship-like relationship. So when we divorced, I explained the situation from my side. I figured you'd probably make me out to be the bad guy.
That's why my mother got furious with me.
I see. Your mother did cry and say she was sad when I explained what happened.
Mom had been strongly asking me to marry you. She said there was no one as capable and kind-hearted as you.
I see. So that's why she wanted you to marry me.
When she found out the divorce was my fault, she was incredibly angry.
So that's why you can't go back home.
She was also angry that I quit my job without permission.
Ah, your mother didn't know about that either. She was very surprised when I told her.
She said she doesn't need an unemployed son at my age in the family. Honestly, we're practically estranged now, so I can't go back home.
I see. So when will you pay the alimony? Your family situation doesn't change your legal obligations.
That's why I'm saying I'll pay when my life stabilizes.
And when will that be? Have you found a proper job? What exactly have you been doing with all this free time?
Well, actually no one will hire me, so I'm doing delivery work to barely make ends meet.
I see. Then you need to either find a job quickly or make enough from delivery work.
I know that without you telling me.
If you keep me waiting too long, I'll have to take legal action.
Legal action? What do you mean?
Forced execution. I'll sue you in court to force you to pay the alimony.
What happens if that's approved?
Well, they'll seize your assets and generate money to pay me the alimony.
No! Wait, please don't do that to me!
Unfortunately, if you don't pay the alimony, I'll do it without mercy. I gave you multiple chances to handle this responsibly. But you seem to think you can just ignore court orders whenever convenient.
Don't say that! We were married at one point, weren't we?
That's right, but you ignored every word I said as your wife. Why should I show you consideration you never showed me?
I'm sorry about that!
Don't apologize. I plan to ignore everything you say too.
What? That's terrible!
What are you talking about? We're even now, aren't we? I won't listen to anything you say. Just experience the pain of having all your words ignored, no matter how much you try to communicate. After that, Brad worked delivery jobs, even cutting into his sleep time. Because of this, he couldn't do job hunting anymore, but he had no choice to make a living. And while he's somehow managing to survive now, his irregular lifestyle has completely destroyed his health. Yet, he can't afford to go to the hospital and is just constantly buried in work. As for me, I moved to a new apartment and started a new life. Without the unnecessary stress of having Brad at home, I'm in the best mental state and can work at full capacity. While I became single after the divorce, I have the support of Caroline and all my employees, so I don't feel lonely at all. I am so happy now that I think I should have divorced him sooner instead of enduring it. I'm living an incredibly fulfilling life every day.